The Supreme Court has today denied bail to Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam in the Delhi riots case under UAPA while granting bail to the other 5 accused. The bench of Justice Aravind Kumar and N.V. Anjaria held that masterminds of the Delhi riots case, Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam, stand on a different footing from the other accused. The court has ruled the prosecution material discloses a prima facie case against Khalid and Imam and that statutory threshold under UAPA is attracted, making bail unjustified at this stage. The Supreme Court took note of the prosecution's reliance on video footage of Sharjeel Imam's speeches, including the calls for chakka jam, obstruction of essential supplies, which were argued to fall within the UAPA scope relating to economic security. The Additional Solicitor General S.V. Raju spoke with our Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami, explaining the same.
They are the masterminds. So masterminds stand on a different footing. And their role, see, in UAPA offences, we have to show the role. We have to show that the prima facie case is made out. Even the courts have said, even if a prima facie case is made out, if there is delay, we'll ignore the prima facie case and grant them bail. That is what the law is, because that violates Article 21. But where the role is severe, the courts have felt that the role of these two persons are totally different. The roles are severe, and therefore they have to be treated separately. That is what I feel. I have not read the judgment, but I'll come back on this after I go through the judgment. See, nowadays, a trend has emerged where the masterminds try to cover the tract and see that there is no evidence which is there which can pinpoint to them. But the Delhi police have done a wonderful job. They pointed out everything. They pointed out regarding his speeches, etc. I'll tell you why Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam are dangerous. They are not ordinary persons who orchestrated a simple agitation or a protest. These are the persons who said, cut off Assam from India, break chicken neck. How can you say that these persons are ordinary terrorists? They are the worst type of terrorists who want to dismember India and divide India into parts. And Umar Khalid is instrumental in supporting the cause of India. Tumhare tukde tukde, Bharat tumhare tukde tukde honge. How can these persons be given the same treatment as far as bail is concerned as compared to other maybe terrorists who have undergone 5-7 years, but they've done one act of terrorism? I'm not saying that they are not terrorists. They still deserve a harsh treatment, but they have to be treated slightly different in the matter of bail, not in the matter of grant of sentence or imposing of sentence.
Now, the prosecution also relied on a 20,000-page charge sheet alleging coordination through multiple WhatsApp groups, structured mobilization, and planned rather than spontaneous protests. The special public prosecutor, Advocate Rajat Nair, spoke to us explaining the details and how the Delhi riots had taken place. On the issue of delay,
the Supreme Court, in a very, very fair judgment, has actually categorized the accused in 2 categories. One is the main accused, who actually played the role of conspiring. And there is a second, side actors who have only facilitated it. So side fiddles have been granted bail, whereas the main accused who have actually conspired, galvanized and created this kind of situation, they have been denied bail. Supreme Court was very clear that people who threat our sovereignty, integrity by their conduct, their role has to be seen and they cannot be granted bail merely on the ground of delay. See, there is nothing new in this. Whenever any hearing of this case comes, there is a barrage of media reports. There are reports in New York Times. Everywhere there is a media disinformation campaign. So I am not surprised with this kind of a letter, but this validates our point that there was a foreign hand involved. This was not a spontaneous right. This was actually very carefully crafted strategy to destabilize the government. This was not a communal right at all. The first victim of this right was a police officer. Unfortunately, he was lynched. He was lynched by the crowd. So this was affront to the state. The challenge was only to the state authorities.
The court held that while delay in trial can trigger judicial scrutiny, even in UAPA cases, delay alone cannot be a ground for bail where a prima facie case exists. The Supreme Court said Umar Khalid and Sharjeel Imam are at liberty to apply for bail again after the examination of protected witnesses or after 1 year from the present order. Bail was granted to the other 5 accused subject to strict conditions. But remember, viewers, we at Republic TV have said it's a big jolt finally to the Tukre lobby, It's time they stay in jail and not try and appease all with the international backing they have. These dangerous criminals are where they should be, in jail.